Hey, there we are. Triple D Hot Takes is back on air. So, hey, glad you can join us here tonight. It's our NBA playoff show, and we've got Kyle Dieter, Garrett Dieter, and myself, Hank Dieter. That's why we get the triple D right there from all the three Dieters. Hendricks. So glad you could join us. Hope you can hear us okay and everything's fine. We are just having some issues with Facebook tonight, but otherwise we seem to be okay, I think, on Twitch and YouTube. It's over there monitoring our YouTube stream, so hopefully that's all up and running and good, right? Good?
Yeah. Maybe a little blurry, but yeah. It's coming through for you. You can hear.
Yeah. Well, you can't. Go ahead and talk again. Yeah, you're there, right? Yeah.
I mean, I'm here. Yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
All right. Good
You're there too, Kyle? Yep.
Go, Spurs, go. Right here, baby, right here. You know it.
We're all Spurs fans.
Yeah.
We're not biased at all. No.
Yeah. That's right. I'm gonna go ahead and I'll give a little bit wider view so you can get to check out a little bit of the studio view there. So there's Kyle. Well, we had the computer in the way, but that's why we had it mainly over there on Kyle's. This is our NBA show, Kyle. You got things up and running for us, and we had the Spurs let down last night. Letting Denver beat them again. Like what's going on with that? And we got all these things going on in the NBA. But the big talk right now, the big talk is all these teams that were tanking before the playoffs. Was that an advantage to those teams that were in, or did it really hurt them? Did it, because you can't get ready for games coming into the playoffs if you've got this this patty cake kind of team coming out there. So that's what we see a lot of. And so I don't know what your takes on that, guys, but that to me is where the problem lies a lot of times. So is with this whole lottery thing, and people are tanking. But what is the NBA going to do in the offseason? That's my first question to you guys. I don't know. What is the NBA going to do, right? I mean, you could take away, hey, do it like the NFL, just start from the front, and the worst team goes to the front. They go all the way down, and you don't play with the balls in there, and then, you're not on the lottery, But then Mark Cuban comes out with some information saying, the teams are still going to just accumulate as many picks as they can in the first round by getting rid of their good players. So you end up with something very similar to that, because, you got a chance to tank still.
Oh, you're talking about the lottery, okay?
Yeah, the lottery.
The NHL is the same lottery, so yeah, I know what you're talking about now. So.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what's crazy. But go ahead, Gary, you're going to say something.
I personally like the lottery. I think it's kind of cool when it gives a lot of these teams that, I think they're around the same kind of skill set and the same kind of skilled players, So I think it makes it fair. And I mean, at the end of the day, it's basketball. There's only 5 guys that get put out on the court, and of course you got some coming off the bench and everything. So I think the lottery is pretty fair in this sport, in this environment. But yeah, now a lot of teams tanking at the end of the season. I mean, you hate to see it, but when you play such a long season and you kind of know how everything's going to end up and how it's going to turn out, you got to do what's best for your organization. So it's not good for the game, but at the end of the day, you got to do what you got to do to secure the picks you need for the organization.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it's the worst thing.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I just want to throw that hot take out there and see what you thought before we got into the real, the playoff picture dealing with the Western Conference, Eastern Conference. We kind of look at the matchups, and then at the end we'll give our picks, and we'll kind of go from there. But that's what we're looking at, guys, is looking at how this thing's all going to come together and how it's going to end, right? We pull it all together. And I put on one of the, one of the intros or one of the descriptions was that now it's the real season. All right, we got the other one out of the way. This is the real season, the real deal, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a long dang season, that's for sure. That's a lot of games.
82 games is quite a bit, yeah.
82 games is a lot, man.
And you got to play 65. This is the other issue for the NBA. How are they going to deal with that, the issue with these players getting postseason awards, they have to play 65 games. They get a couple of exceptions. They can play 15 minutes in it for two of them. They get two exceptions. But the big one is that, after that, you have to play 20 minutes or more for that game to count. And if you don't play 65 of the 82, you can't get a postseason award. And I don't know how the NBA is going to handle that. We leave that to the experts, right? But, I mean, us as fans, I think, hey, you get hurt, you really get hurt. I know there's times where you got to rest or whatever. NBA was trying to, hey, we got these big games on these big TV packages. We want to see our big-time players. But, man, when you're really hurt and you can't make it, should that automatically take you out of the running for any postseason awards? What do you think, Garrett? I know your mind's going on that one.
Well, I mean, I think the whole reason they put this into effect is, like you said, they wanted all these big-time players, big-time stars showing up and playing at all these arenas. A lot of people as fans, you buy tickets to go see the biggest superstars play, and then when they're not playing, you get disappointed. And that factored in, and I mean, I think a lot of it has to do also with the decrease in ticket sales and people just watching the NBA during the regular season in general. So that's why that whole thing kind of got brought about. I personally think it needs to be lower. I think 65 is
a little high.
I don't think 65 is unfair, but I think it's a little high. And I mean, it takes away achievements for a lot of these people that do deserve it, that got a late season injury or something happened out of their circumstance and affected them. I personally think it needs to be changed. I think it needs to be lowered down at least. I mean, I get the concept, but when you're dealing with individual players and players of this caliber, they need time off and they need breaks. I mean, it's a long season, like we said. So that's my opinion. Because there's no reason why Luka shouldn't be in contention for some of these awards just because he got injured towards the end of the year. So that's what the argument. A lot of the big time argument is surrounding. Kyle, anything to add?
No, you have no take on that one, right? All right, so I guess we'll get into the playoff picture, looking at the Western Conference and Eastern Conference. So, we'll get to that right now. So, there it is. I'm sorry, the Eastern Conference. You know what? This thing always skips on me the first time I hit it. So there it is. There's the Western Conference. So we'll talk Western Conference first because that's what we had on the list. And that's where our Spurs are. Yeah, so, go for it. And we did have somebody comment saying, go Spurs, go, other than I know Kyle was the one. But we had Patricia. So we'll put that up there again. So, we got Go Spurs Go right up there, so you can join in with the chat if you want, and we'll try to respond and put you up on the screen. All right. Go ahead, Kyle. You got us on this one.
Yeah, I don't know who's on this Clippers team. But yeah, the Warriors team. Yeah, we got Steph Curry is definitely a huge person to talk about in that game, the 9 versus 10 matchup for the Warriors.
And we don't know if Kawhi's playing for right now. Is Kawhi going to play in that one for the Clippers or not? Because you never know. He takes off. Yeah, he's still playing. You never know if he's going to play. Oh, Kyle's over there going, who's on the Clippers? Man, you don't remember Kawhi.
He's still with them?
I forgot about him.
Yeah. But he's still with them?
Oh, yeah. So, and I might be wrong, but, the last I heard, he was there, man. So, let's see if something tremendous goes on. So.
You were there for a while.
But, Steph Curry, the big dog with the Warriors, Draymond Green, you got those guys that are still there. Draymond Green, man, he looks like he's showing a little more gray, that's for sure. But, man, he's still as feisty as ever. Sometimes you got to, he's the type of player, let me put it this way, he's the type of player you love to hate when he's on the other team, but you love to have him when he's on your team, right? He's that type of player, just like Rodman was, in the NBA when he's running around with Detroit, you just hated him, but when he was with the Spurs there for a little while, I was like, hey, he's okay. But that was before y'all guys' time, I think, for the most part. I'm an oldie, but goodie. So, yeah, go ahead. And Kyle, go. You had Steph Curry being a big dog over there for the Warriors, making this Warriors-Clippers game.
They got to beat the loser of the Suns and Trailblazer teams to really advance to play the Thunder. Sorry, sadly to say this, but I don't think they're going to beat the Thunder either way. Either you bite the bullet and just take the loss.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. But look at the Thunder, right? The Thunder, by getting that number one seed, they've got the easiest road all the way to the Western Conference Finals.
Okay.
I mean, the Lakers, the Rockets, I mean, if they play them in the next round, because, I mean, they're going to beat Warriors, Clippers, Suns, Trouble. It doesn't matter who ends up where for the most part. If they're the losers, the Suns, and they go on to beat either the Clippers or Warriors, it doesn't matter. They're going to go to the second round. Their second round opponent, the Rockets or Lakers to Thunder, that is going to be just easy peasy. And then hopefully they meet the Spurs, and that's where, it goes. But go ahead, Kyle.
You know who Dad has going to at least the championship for the Western Conference.
Yeah, I mean, I just got to tell you what I think, right?
Hey, well, I think it's a good take. It's the defending champions, I believe, is the OKC Thunder, so.
Oh, yeah, I got to shout out my boy Nolan.
Go, Luka.
I'm a Mavs fan.
Yeah, there it is, yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, when you look at this bracket in general, I kind of like the Warriors over this Clippers team, and I mean the Suns. Devin Booker, and that team has been pretty good for a while now. I mean, this year they're sitting at a 7 seed. They're going to play their way into the tournament, but I think they can handle the Trailblazers, and then they get a tough pick with that San Antonio Spurs squad. But it should be interesting how it shapes up. I mean, the Nuggets are a scary team. We saw them against San Antonio last night, and then a week back or so.
What is he, Jokic? Jokic is
a dog. He's a dog.
God, he knows how to use his body too. He was moving Wimbo everywhere. I call him Wimbo-Lottie, but I know.
That Lakers team's hurt right now. With Luka's hurt. They've had some injuries this year. LeBron's going to have to step up. I don't think they'll get it done. And the Rockets, I really don't think are all that good. KD's a solid player, obviously, but I don't know if the Rockets are going to be able to handle.
Oh, yeah. I can sit here and talk about definitely Kevin Durant all night.
The Timberwolves got in.
The Timberwolves, I think, though, are one of those teams that if you're going to look for a Cinderella team, I really think that you're going to be looking at, out of this whole group, I think it's the Timberwolves. And, as a Cinderella team, as a tick, as the long shot in this group, I think the Timberwolves are it. I think it's going to be a harder matchup with the Nuggets, with the Joker. And I think the Timberwolves as a team, they don't have really one player that really stands out in my mind, but I think they are they're the underdog, they're the Cinderella team, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, out of this group.
Anthony Edwards, Dad.
Yeah, I know. But what I'm talking, in the NBA, there's no real Cinderella team. But if you wanted to talk about a team that had a chance to upset in the first round, that's the one to look at. That's the upset of the first round, with the Timberwolves and Nuggets. And part of me is part of me is because of this right here. It's like part of me says that because I don't want the Spurs to see the Nuggets, and if they don't have to. But hey, to be the best, you got to beat the best, right?
Always.
Yeah. I think this Western Conference in general is a pretty dang good conference. I just think they're very top-heavy right now. Where the top of the top are really good, and then there's a big drop-off between 3 and the rest of them. But, this Western Conference, I think, is pretty elite this year, in my opinion.
This is by far my favorite conference, because,
I think it's the best. You look at records, you look at, head-to-head, a lot of that stuff, Western Conference is dominant this year.
Really two good 62 and 64, 60-plus teams with the Spurs and the Thunder, and then, your 50-plus teams that you still have out there. And, I think with the Rockets and Lakers and Nuggets, but, just one under 50 is the Timberwolves. I think Anthony Edwards did sit out quite a bit here and there, but man, that Timberwolves, if he's healthy, well, that's the one to watch, I still say. So.
Oh yeah. Hey, going back to this, I know we talked a lot, but
I did.
I know the Lakers. Yeah, they're struggling with a couple injuries right now. We know Luka has a hamstring injury, but we don't know if he's fully going to be healthy by the playoffs or not. But I don't know what level it is for a hamstring strain that he has, but I think it's pretty. Yeah.
And everything.
But yeah, no, I feel like this Rockets team definitely has a huge chance to beat him if Luka is not playing a huge factor in these games, I feel like. Because, hey, we all know who my favorite player of all time is. Kevin Durant, he's a dog.
It's got your same initials, but
he's going to go out there and whoop some ass.
That's right, man. This has been interesting because of the fact that you have two teams over 60 here in the Western Conference that were battling out to the end. See if we're back. Yeah, sorry about that. Every once in a while it goes out, but my apologies,
Yeah,
guys.
they win, man. They keep just knocking it out.
Run the play.
Run the play.
Run the play. There you are. All right, so
Let's jump into these.
So, because I can hear, when I can't hear good, yep, we're working through the...
Oh, yeah, I just had to shout out Mama Dieter. She had the corn dog. She said it. The box, I said.
Corn dogs.
Corn dogs and mac and cheese.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, we're jumping in this Eastern. God, I don't know anything about the East. Okay. Sorry, y'all can tell what sport I really didn't watch this year. But
He's a more of an NHL guy. Can you believe that? Yeah, what's up?
Friday will be good on our show, I promise y'all.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, you have a show Friday with we have the NHL. But basketball I'm pretty passionate about. So this is where.
But it's just
Yeah.
I don't know it anymore much.
Not anymore, huh?
Yeah, not much. I'm trying to look who's the good players out here. We got Cade Cunningham for the Pistons. That's outstanding player. He gets a chance to run for this MVP position throughout the season. Like, he's been doing a phenomenal job for him. God, who else is out there?
Yeah, well, this Pistons team, sitting at a 1 seed right now, dude. That's crazy. They talk about a big turnaround considering some of the years in the past. And for a while, they were on a really tough streak. But, yeah, Cade Cunningham and making his MVP run with this Pistons team that's one of the best team in the East, real shocking to me. And, they got something to say this year, bringing back the bad boys there or something, But the team that I would be most scared of if I was, in this Eastern Conference would be that Celtics team. The Celtics has had a really good season this year. Years past, they've been real dominant. They won one, I think, a couple years ago. They've been in it, had a chance to win it constantly for the past 3 or 4 years. So the Celtic team's just scary to watch, man. That would be the team I would be looking out for. Yeah, we got Charlotte.
Yeah,
Charlotte Hornets and Heat. God, Sixers and Magic for the play-in.
Yeah, dude. I was pulling facts the other day, and they said for the Heat, it was I think it said like Jimmy Butler or something on the set. I'm like, he doesn't play for them no more. Or somebody. Oh, somebody. Somebody has this wrong. Yeah, 76ers. Man, that game's going to be a good toss-up game, I think. The Magic and 76ers, they both have the same records. God. I think it's going to come down to that.
Joel Embiid, man, that dude's a dog. He's a sleeper.
Oh, yeah. You got Devin Mitchell. Devin Mitchell is a dog. He's had a phenomenal season with the Cavs. Definitely a top 4 finisher with explosive scoring when it comes to scoring. Also, yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us about it, Kyle.
Yeah, he's just a phenomenal player. Very explosive. So, like, he led the Cavs team really to this point. Like, he's done a great job leading this team for them. And he's just shooting lights out, and he's going to make a huge difference when it comes to playing the Raptors. They're definitely going to need to keep him healthy for Cleveland to advance anywhere, really.
The Knicks team, man, sitting at a 3rd seed. The Knicks had a good chance to win it all last year, I believe. You know, they were right in it. Karl Anthony Towns, dang good basketball player there. Shoot, Knicks pretty salty.
Oh, yeah. Karl Anthony, man. Dog. Jalen Brunson is a crazy combo. It's just like, dog. It's a crazy combo, man. I'm telling you. Wait, where's the Georgia Bulldogs? And then the Celtics, yeah, dominant. Jason Tatum, and you got Jaylen Brown. Them two together is a great combo, I believe. They're probably one of the best. They're not... I say they're top 2 level for one of the best duos in the league right now.
I would agree. I agree.
And Tatum, man, Tatum's been playing top-tier basketball for some years now, but man, heck of a player.
Yeah, I know a lot of these players because the USA basketball team, like, come on. What was it? A couple of years ago, they dominated in the Olympics. They finally brought back a great team, really, all the USA greats to play together. Yeah, I'm ready to...
Hey, look, wasn't it a French?
No, we won. We won it all.
No, no, they won it all. I think.
These games intrigue me. In the East is going to be the Knicks and Hawks. I think that's going to be a fun one to watch, too. So I think a good first-round matchup. Anytime you get the 4-5, 3-6, I think in the NBA, anything's possible. The 1 and 2, the way they have it, the way you see it, I mean, it's like, wow, it's a weird, play-in, but it works pretty close. But in Major League sports, you rarely see a loser be able to go play another game. So that's what's odd here with the NBA, because you take the loser between the 7-8 seed team and playing the winner of 9-10. I think that's pretty interesting, right? Is that something? But is that something you like?
They can to get more viewers. I kind of like it. I understand the. Yeah, they're trying to do everything they can to get more viewers, make it more interesting. I kind of like it. 7 and 8 did a lot more to deserve a spot in the playoffs than 9 and 10. Why not? Hey, if you lose, go play the winners of these, and if you're really better, then you should beat them. If not, you don't deserve to be in. So, and if you deserve to be in, you should be able to win 2 games back to back, in my opinion. You see it all the time in college basketball. If you deserve to be one of the best teams in March Madness, you should be able to win back to back.
Right.
So, anyway, that's, when it was all said and done, you just gotta win.
Right. You gotta win. Right.
Yeah. And now, you got the 76ers team. The 76ers team could get the Celtics a little run for their money if they end up beating the Magic in the play-in. So, I'm saying, watch out. Hey, they give them a run for their money. I don't think they'll beat them, but I think they're good at 7 games.
Oh, yeah. How about we talk about some of these top players in the playoffs?
I don't know. Yeah. It's like, wow, these top players, who the heck are they, right? So let's see what you got here, and I'll bring up the big one so you can see it a little better for everybody here. Oh man, I haven't been checking to see if anybody else has chatted out there yet. So no, I haven't got a message yet or a chat. So if you want to chat, please feel free. I got it up. I'll put you on the screen as long as it's.
Oh yeah, this is a great thing to break down. Okay, you got Alexander. Alexander's right now the front runner for the MVP. We know that. Victor.
Shea is pretty well. SGA. Go ahead.
GA.
Wow.
Not SDG. St. NASCAR guy.
Yeah, the NASCAR.
Race.
Yeah, go ahead.
So like time we're talking about.
Yeah, Shea could jump clear over the car, man.
Okay. All right, Victor dominant. Okay, this man is putting up big numbers when it comes to blocks. He leads everybody. His average is 3.1. The closest one is like 1 point. It's something no one's near him when it comes to blocks. And then he is the whole package. The Spurs doesn't have him. It's a big missing.
Right. Yeah, they could probably get through the first round without him. I believe that. But, when you get to the second or third round, the second or the Western Conference Finals, then you can't do it without him. So I totally agree. To the level of competition, we've seen the Spurs win without him, and some of them are pretty good teams, above 500 teams. But we do not see the Spurs, consistently beat the really good teams, without Wemby.
Oh yeah,
consistently. I mean, they get lucky here and there, but no, consistently,
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, if this was my top players list, I would have all the Spurs players on here by far. Come on. There's but yeah, Cade Cunningham is a great player. He's a phenomenal player. He's averaging a good 23.9 points a game, and he's lighting up that scoreboard for them. Great assist. He plays a great both ways when it comes to playing. A lot of players don't play great defense, but he plays a lot of both ways really good. And then we got to talk about my favorite player. You got Kevin Durant, veteran player.
Yeah, you put him in there. He's old, man.
Playing against a bunch of youngsters, but hey, he knows the game better than anybody. He's averaging 26 points a game right now. Very elite, very efficient player. Luka Doncic. Yeah. Dog. But yeah, he's averaging the most points right now of anybody in the league. He's averaging 33.5 points a game. But he is suffering that hamstring injury right now, which I don't know when he's coming back or expected to play, but who knows if he's going to be healthy or not when he's playing on it. The other big names, you got Jokic. Jokic is a dog. Okay, he's great in the paint. He uses his body really well, great at boxing out. We saw that when they played the Spurs. He moved Victor around like he was nothing. Like he weighed absolutely nothing. Anthony Edwards, great player, very explosive player. God, he could do it all. He's the whole package.
Yeah, that's why I say I'm gonna harp on that again. That's why I say that the Timberwolves, don't count them out, man. Don't count them out.
Yeah, and then we'll jump over to the Eastern Conference contenders. You got a lot of duos here. I feel like you got Jason Tatum, phenomenal athlete. Jaylen Brown, great shooter. Them together is one combo to watch. God, that's hard to defend. And then, man, you got God, I can't even. You got Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns, which Karl Anthony Towns is a veteran player. Come on, he's been in the league for a minute now, and he's dominant too. Them two as a duo, man, I can see some crazy assist numbers for Jalen Brunson. And then you got Devin Mitchell, great overall player, phenomenal at shooting. I don't know much about him, but all I know is he's a phenomenal shooter, very explosive. And then you got Steph Curry, amazing player, man. I don't know how much his career has gone down, but he still is an overall a great veteran, great shooter, phenomenal. You can't guard this man. He can shoot from anywhere still.
Yeah.
And then Joel, God, I always want to say Joel McGee, but I'm with Joel McGee, but it's not. Joel, Indy, he's a phenomenal player, dominant in the paint, very. What game?
Very good.
Yeah. We're good.
Well, all right. Well, out of all these players, though, I mean, Kyle, you had the top two there in the Western Conference. The two players that are probably the MVP candidates. With Shea and Victor, in the Western Conference. And is there somebody else though that would be a dark horse other than Joker?
No.
I know Luka can't. I don't think he can.
He's proved it. 33.5 points a game, I think it was. Yes.
Somebody gets hurt and misses the games by, everybody just a couple here or there. Come on, they should be in the running at least being offered that. But they're going to have to do something with that. So I'll get off of that horse right now, and we'll look at it. But out of Victor and Shea, still I think Shea, even though I'm a diehard Spurs fan, I still think Shea is probably going to get it. Is going to get this one this year. I mean, he's just a phenomenal player.
Yeah, I agree. And I mean, you watched him last year in the finals. He was the finals MVP I'm almost positive on. He was an absolute dominant player for this OKC team when they went and won a championship. I believe that would be last year. At least that's what I think in my mind. But yeah, I mean, he's led this OKC team to a championship last year. This year, best overall record out of everybody in the NBA. I mean, it's very, very deserving to win this MVP. I like to think Victor and what he's done, Victor and what Wemby has done for the Spurs, this turnaround that they've had. I mean, last year the Spurs were, I think they're sitting on their couch at this time because they didn't even make the playoffs.
Right, you're exactly right.
So what he's done to that program, what he's done to the Spurs and what they brought with that, what he's brought to that program, getting the second seed, one of the best records since, I think, 2015, 2016. I think he's definitely going to win Defensive Player of the Year. He's definitely going to win Comeback Player of the Year because that injury he sustained last year. So hats off to Wemby. And I mean, the job's not done yet. I think the Spurs all know that, the real season starts now for them. They have an opportunity to do something really big this year. Cade Cunningham and that Detroit team, man, huge. What he's done to that program and turned it around. And then, we talk about a lot of these playmakers. Kevin Durant might be one of the best shooters in the league, especially from, just regular field goals and and fadeaway still unstoppable.
Definitely under pressure.
Yeah, I mean, you watch him, just give him the ball and let him shoot a fadeaway, and he's freaking almost always on it. The one player we didn't talk about in the West, now that Djokovic, now that Luka's out, is LeBron James. I mean, LeBron James is still in the Lakers, and he's going to have to step up big in the playoffs, so everybody's kind of hyped about that. It's LeBron James time now. He's got to step it up, 41 years old.
Wait, he's not going to retire with the Lakers?
No.
He's not playing in the wheelchair league. Right?
No, yet. He's got a good chance to. Obviously he's got a big name, one of the best to ever play the game. He can come through and lead this Lakers team to a playoff to win the series over the Rockets, and then who knows, have a chance with maybe Luka getting back against OKC in the second round. Lakers could do some damage. So we're interested to see how it kind of turns out. Yeah, don't sleep on Steph Curry either. That man can still shoot lights out. I'll get that man the ball and shoot threes all day long. Man.
Yeah. He's one that you just can't forget about. But they're still struggling. I mean, when you go back and you look at, Steph Curry's there with Draymond Green They're just, he's dealt with a lot of injuries this year, and but, you never know. I mean, the guy is pretty much outside that arc, and he is just deadly.
Yeah, but there's a couple other players that aren't on this list that are definitely huge keys out there. So for sure, we got the Clippers. We already talked about them a little bit, but we got Kawhi Leonard. Yeah, the claw, right? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, he's averaging 27. He's averaging 27.9 points a game, and then you got Tyrese Maxey. He plays with Philly with the 76ers. He's averaging 28.3 points a game, which he's doing a phenomenal job with them. But yeah, those are the two players that I feel like we definitely missed on. And then definitely the other one that stands out looking at the stats, averaging points right now, James Harden is definitely a huge veteran player out there knowing the ins and outs of the game and how it works.
So he's in Houston right now, right?
No, he's with the Cleveland. He's at Cleveland right now.
Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah, but there's another name that ain't mentioned on here, but they didn't even make the playoffs. Cooper Flag, but yeah.
He'll have his time.
Yeah, they'll be up there sooner or later.
Yeah, that Mavericks management right now is not looking too good.
No. I agree.
Like, in the office before they get to the court.
All right. Let's go to our pick-em games, the games that we decided, we'll go with, and Kyle decided for us, right? So, but if anybody wants to pick along with us, if they're up on their YouTube, I know, sorry about the Facebook. We'll try to get that rectified by next week and all, but if you want to pick along with us, you can, and we'll get over to the YouTube pick'em, and we'll get ready for that one. How about that? Let's go with our first pick. Kyle, we got our first pick listed there as the 76ers and Magic. And I don't care what the seeding is in these NBA games in the playoffs, and when it comes to the play-ins that we're going to be talking about mostly, except for the first round of the other ones that aren't in the play-ins, because the Spurs and Thunder still are going to be waiting for their opponents on the Western Conference side. And Boston.
We're looking at the bracket and doesn't even show who, because the second place team has to play the winner. Oh, God.
Yeah, I mean, this one...
I'm going 76ers easily.
You're going 76ers.
Yeah.
Usually...
Anybody else want to make a pick?
You kind of dwelled on that, Kyle, So, I'm going to go with the 76ers as well. Orlando, and they're obviously they're up there, but I'm going with the 76ers myself.
Yeah, I used to like Orlando back in the day.
Yeah.
And I think it's a pretty cool team. But I just think the 76ers got a little more playoff experience, a little bit more ready for this. I got the 76ers as well.
Wow, man.
Still my pick.
Yeah, for all of us, huh? Okay. Well, let's go. We're going to go. Oh, wait. We got another pick? Yeah. We're going to pick several games here.
No one out there wants to pick.
Yeah. I was looking for Nolan, to pick at least,
No one went off.
Yeah. Well, we'll go ahead and bring it.
No one out there wants to comment on a pick or say at least something.
Hey, make sure I have your right matchups, too, where it is. But there it is. Who do you got on this one, Garrett?
I'll go first. I think Portland's had a pretty good season. They're turning things around. This program's really growing. So, with that being said, give me the Phoenix Suns and Devin Booker to get it done. I think they're going to...
Dude, it's such an easy pick.
Right. Oh, wait. You picked the wrong one.
Suns, man. Play the Spurs in the first.
There you go.
I know people are going to hate me on this comment, but what's in Portland? Come on. Give me the Suns.
Well, I'm going to go against the grain this time. I'm going to go with Portland. I think Portland has a little bit better on the defensive side of the ball, and you know me, I like defense. I'm going to go with Portland.
Carl, you really searching it up right now?
No. That's an Oregon. I knew it. That's what I said.
The next pick here. Well, all right. Well, come on and pick yours. And you got Cleveland Cavaliers, and and then you've got Toronto Raptors.
All right, easy pick.
We're still in the Eastern Conference. So.
Sorry if you're all family here, but I really don't like Cleveland. So give me Toronto. Give me the Raptors.
You're taking the Raptors, okay. I think that's not a bad pick.
Canadian team?
Canadian, eh?
On the Raptors?
Go hockey! They good whiskey, man. All right.
Hey, you know what? I agree, Kyle. I'm taking the Raptors as well.
Oh, man.
I think Donovan Mitchell's been playing really well for the Cavs, and they're turning things around, but I don't know. I like the Raptors. I think they got this one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you think you got him, huh? I'm going to go against the grain again because I'm going to take Cleveland on this side here. He's won some regular seasons, and I just got hit hard in the bowl games when we did college ball. And then we had some other picks that's gone my way too. So I'm going to stick with Cleveland, and we'll see how the Cavaliers do on this one. I don't know if I like their new emblem look this year, but to each his own, right?
Yeah. It might not have been great March Madness, but NBA, I'm turning it around.
There you go.
Basketball.
Basketball. Yeah, you wouldn't believe it or not, when Garrett was a pretty big boy, pretty wide boy, he had some good post moves down there. Kyle was the guy that always, if you just stop him from going left, you'd be okay. But Kyle could get around you on the left, man. Well, when you get around somebody you love by the left baseline, man, you get around people. But you shot pretty good threes, Kyle. I have to give you that, man. A good hustle on defense. That was the main point, though.
I was going to shoot threes if I shot 20 of them.
Yeah. Better than the other guys on the team that shot 20 and missed them all.
That's wild. I didn't play my senior year. Now, let's see. Easy. I'm taking the Knicks. You can't beat this duo that they have going for them right now.
You're taking the Knicks.
Yeah.
All right.
You do know where the Knicks are at, right, Kyle?
It says them on the top. It says New York.
Yeah, I guess I'll stick with Kyle again. God dang. But yeah, I like the Knicks too. I think the Knicks had a really good shot at winning all last year, and I think they got a good team. Yeah, I think they're going to beat out this Hawks team. I mean, hey, the Hawks looking good. I think they got Trae Young over there and everything, but not enough.
What I'm going to go,
he's still playing?
Well,
He's not even that old.
I'll tell you what. I'm not gonna go against the grain here either because I'm going for the Knicks on this one. Johnson is still, I think, gonna carry that team. So we'll see how that works out. But in this game, I mean, in this we're not talking about the game. We're talking about the series here. So, who wins the series?
Well, yeah, they're all first round or playing games. The play-ins are one, right? They're not series, are they?
The play-ins are one game, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I just asked.
But some of the ones we're picking tonight, like this one, is a series. So that's what I wanted to make sure we're clear on. All right, did I have anybody else looking to see anybody that chatted on the news?
Yeah, no one's really chatted.
And we're going to have to get them out there. We're going to have to get better. this one. I'm going with the Timberwolves in the series to win it. I mean, I told you that before, so I'm going to stick
Not
with
so fast.
You know, we'll see how it works out ahead.
Give me Denver. Easy pick. Jokic is a
I don't know if it's like easy, but I'll tell you.
Jokic is...
Anthony Edwards is going to give us a run for money. But Garrett, you're the tiebreaker here between us to see who's going to, how it's going to work out.
So, strictly strategically in basketball, I don't know. I think Denver might have the advantage, but since I picked a column every single one of these picks so far, I'm going with Minnesota. Denver Nuggets. And because I think Minnesota is a team that the Spurs can beat easier than the Nuggets. So give me Minnesota.
Good pick, Jared. Good pick. So that's a horrible pick. That's all I picked.
On Anthony Edwards, bro. He's going to go down 40 points every game.
That's all our picks, right, guys? No. Oh, yeah, we got one more. I was just messing with you, man.
The best game, actually, I believe, of all of them. If Luka's not healthy, it's going to be a good game.
What do you think?
Personally, I hate both these teams.
Well, I didn't like...
I know that you're no different. You don't like you do these teams.
I don't like you do these teams, but man, when you're living in Houston while I was going to school, back in the day, in the 90s, it was kind of fun. It was just sad to see the Spurs lose to the Rockets in that one series, in which in the Western Conference Finals. But once they got past that, I was like, no, let's go. They beat the Spurs, so I'm going to go ahead and root for them. But you know what? That town was wild. Houston went wild in that first championship run in the 90s that they had. And man, it was a lot of fun.
90s?
Yeah, in the 90s. Show my age a little bit.
Yeah, 94, 95, or
yeah.
93, 94, one or two.
No, I think it was, yeah, I think it was 94, 95. And they were always there, and the 90 Kenny the Jet Smith. And they had a lot of, the best one, Olajuwon, one of the greatest players, even though I hated it when he played David Robinson, but you have to give kudos, one of the greatest NBA players of all time, and in the top 10 or 15, I would say. All right, Kyle, do you want to go with this one? Wake up, man.
Yeah, I already know what I'm going to go with, man. This is easy.
It's easy for you.
I can't.
It's easy.
I really don't like either one of these teams. The only reason I like the Rockets is Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
And I'm sticking with my boy. He went to UT, hook him. Give me the Rockets winning this. KD carries this team.
Hey, you have to go in the hook on.
Yeah. Miguel's going to love that one.
Was he a one-and-done kind of guy? Right? Wasn't he a one-and-done, or did he do 2 years? Because I know he didn't do a full 4 years. I know that.
He did it. He was there very long.
Yeah, it was only a 1 or 2 year stint.
Kyle? Do you know who drafted him?
It's OK City, right?
Yeah, you got
Seattle Supersonics, right?
Yeah, that was when they were with Seattle. Exactly right.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and then he made the transfer over when they went to Oklahoma City.
Oh, so originally, okay.
Yeah, it's still the same organization.
Fun fact. I was throwing out fun facts for y'all.
Yeah.
Hey, I knew that, though.
So, all right. I guess I'll go ahead and go, Garrett, and let you be last this time. And I'm gonna, I hate to do it, but either one of these I hate to pick. But I'm gonna go with the Rockets, only because I think without Luka being healthy and all, I think that the Rockets take it.
Good pick. Honestly, Luka not being healthy, LeBron James is going to have to step up. Watch out, LeBron James might drop 40 points on this Rockets team. I don't know. In the wheelchair. I don't think that'll happen. I, as well, like the Texans team. Give me the Houston Rockets. KD is a dang good player still. And he's got a good team, got a lot of good help. And without Luka, I just don't think the Lakers can get it done. So I will take the Houston Rockets winning this round. Lakers.
I do like their newer emblem too for the Rockets with the basketball. Looks like the world, the orbit, and Space City, you know, all that. So looks like they're orbiting the Earth. I think that's pretty cool, man. All right, guys. You know, we are looking at getting this thing done. Did we have any other upcoming, you said upcoming episodes and stuff?
Yes. Do you have the old graphic or no?
I'm going to look and see if I have it up here. I don't know if I brought it in or not, so let me take a look.
2 events on there are done, but we can still use it to show everybody.
Yeah, sure. 2 events. Which ones were those?
The finals for March Madness and then the NBA playoffs today. Today's show.
There we go. So I'll bring that one in.
So you said something about Friday.
Yeah, we have 6 people viewing right now.
Yeah, all right, man. On Instagram and everything, when Kyle puts them up there, we get a lot of people that comes in on that. But make sure, before we say any more, make sure to subscribe.
Please subscribe.
Yeah, I mean, the more subscribers, the more better, right?
I gotta eat dinner.
Kyle's a poor old college student, man. And
Yeah, Kyle, it sure looks like you've missed a meal.
yeah, he's eating. Yeah. Hey, I have. I got him. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Kyle's eating all my portions now, so anyways.
Oh.
No, I'm just joking.
That's crazy.
Yeah, April 13th, that's tonight.
Got to skate there to start it off just about.
Yeah, you got experience. You used to roll late now.
I used to do some of that stuff. I can roller skate, rollerblade, whatever. You know, spot ski.
It ain't called wakeboard, Dad, for you.
It used to be because I think I was giant weight.
Dad just knee boarded. What you talking about?
Oh, yeah. And just sit in the tube and just hang out, man, right? Behind the boat. Yeah, you remember that time we flipped that by a barge? We had that boat going 50 miles an hour, and we swung that young girl around on the back of that tube, and she went to flipping. She flew up in the air, and it was like, oh, my goodness, that was going a little too fast. All right, anyways.
Oh, yeah, back to on track. So Friday, we got NHL Stanley Cup playoffs. Next Thursday, next Thursday we have Talladega.
Talladega.
Makes me want to go and listen to Talladega. That's a great song. Shout out Air Church. And then you got April 30th. We got another Thursday. You got Texas Motor Speedway. I wish we could go to that, but I don't think we can. But Friday we have May 1st. We got Kentucky Derby. We get to talk about that. Run for the Roses. Yeah, I need to do some more research on that, like I always do. But yeah, and then May 14th we have NASCAR the All-Star Race at Dover Motor Speedway, and then May 28th we got NASCAR in Nashville Super Speedway. Everybody loves Nashville. Come on.
Yeah.
Hey, how we going to that race? Oh, we lost the volume.
Yeah, there's a lot of electronic stuff.
Yeah, like I said, Nashville. Yeehaw.
But yeah,
So that's about it for all of April and most of May. For y'all to update y'all's calendars, please put a reminder if y'all want to on that calendar.
Yeah, there it is.
Give us a shout out, please. We're trying to reach 100 subscribers before college football starts. That's the goal.
There's your yeehaw, Kyle, one a while ago. And then we'll be dancing in the streets when the Spurs win the NBA championship.
Oh, yeah. We might have a special if the Spurs make it. A quick show, but yeah.
Yeah, a quick show.
But yeah.
Yeah, we'll have some Spurs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm going to root for the team. I'm not rooting for the Spurs.
We'll bring some Spurs fan in. If people want to, chat in, or if we can always throw in an invite and get you in on a VMix call, we call it, and we'll bring you in, and we'll put you on the screen, and we'll talk to you there. And so
we'll get Castle on the show.
Yeah, we'll bring it in, and so congratulations to all those teams that did make it for the NBA playoffs, but they don't really need congratulations because they make plenty of money anyways. Hey, we're having fun discussing it and having fun watching it and talking about it. So, anyways.
Hey, that was the first year we've done NBA, though.
Yeah, it is. And,
we're branching out, we covered all.
I need to watch it more, though. Now, in the playoffs, I'm definitely going to watch it, but I thought, this is my take, the biggest time I watched the NBA was definitely during Christmas. It was probably the best thing to have on Christmas, because I was like, there's nothing on to watch. I got to watch sports, okay? I'm a fiend for that, and I loved it, because we got to watch the Spurs play. Great. It was amazing. I loved it on Christmas to watch NBA.
Yeah. Having the Spurs back on during the Christmas time was great because there for a while they went around on Christmas Day.
We were in a little drought there for a little bit. It's kind of hard to watch the NBA and basketball in general, I felt like, from the Spurs.
Yeah.
Turn it back around. It's just because we were too spoiled. We were too spoiled growing up. Just constant years of success, championships. 99, 03, 05, 07, 2014. We were too spoiled,
Yeah.
And then they started doing bad. We're like, oh, what the heck's the point? But no, it was a great time for you to go be a Spurs fan, that's for sure. Tony, man. Idols right there. Oh yeah.
Right. Well, all right, guys, let's end the show and give us your final thoughts, and we're out of here, man. Kyle? Work. You gotta go to work.
No, my final thoughts is hopefully Kevin Durant will be good, and the Spurs for sure. We're pulling for the Spurs. We're going to be partying in San Antonio, hopefully, if they win this championship. I'm telling y'all, we're going to burn this city to the ground. Yeah. Oh, and will it be during like Fiesta time, or will it be for sure by after?
That's what used to be so weird. You talk about spoiled, with the Spurs, being in the playoffs, usually past the first round. Obviously, once they got past the first round, it was Fiesta time. So during San Antonio Fiesta, and it was always Spurs and Fiesta. We always had a good time with that because of the fact that I get a day off at work because they had the Battle of Flowers on a Friday. I was like, this is great. And I don't even live in San Antonio, but I love San Antonio. So anyways, guys, I guess that's it.
Oh yeah, my final thoughts are just going to piggyback on Kyle. Hopefully this is a year we can bring back a championship to San Antonio. It's been a while, or it's been a little bit, It's been a drought for the teams, but man, it'd be great to bring another one back into San Antonio. Yeah. Clear Windiana and Castle and Fox and all of them. Man. Yeah, so this is going to be a fun football season, I think, for sure. There's going to be some good teams, some good contenders, some good games, that's for sure.
Yeah, we got some festive music here, there we go. All right. Well, glad you can join us. Like, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and hopefully we can be back here again, and we'll get some things rocking and rolling. And I'm glad you could join us tonight, folks. That's it. We'll see you sometime soon. Thanks for being there. Hasta la vista, mas good, auf Wiedersehen, aloha. Ciao. Ciao.
Adios, folks.